Hello and welcome to the course of manufacturing method. In this course, so far we have studied about casting forming. Now, in this casting, we have studied about casting forming and the machining. So, right now we are in the module 3, that is machining. So, in that module, so far we have studied, we have first seen an introduction of the casting, then we have seen the tool and tool signature, etc. And now we will see about the mechanism. We will see the in the last lecture we have seen the mechanism of tool formation, metal cutting, or mechanism of chip formation, effect of rake angle, etc. Now in this lecture we will be seeing some derivation part. First we will describe about some concept regarding chip thickness, and after that we will see what is shear plane angle, and then we will see the velocity relationship. Now let's start our lecture. So first, with the lecture objective, our lecture objective here to introspect about the chip thickness ratio. The spelling is, I guess, wrong, but the to introspect about chip thickness ratio, that is our first concern. Secondly, we will discuss about shear plane. What is shear plane, that we will know. Then we will determine the value of the shear plane angle on the basis of in the terms of chip thickness ratio and rake angle. And next we will see about the various velocity that are involved. We will see about know about the various velocities that are involved in metal cutting, and we will try to define or determine a relationship between those velocities. So let's start our lecture. So first we will see what is the width of uncut chip. So let's know about the this is the point is concept of width of uncut chip. So what is width of uncut chip? So width of uncut chip is defined as the distance between machine surface. First we have to know about the surfaces. See in this figure. In this figure, this surface which is completely machined, after machining the surface which is exposed, this surface is known as machined surface, and this side of the surface which is not machined is known as work surface. Okay, now this edge is cutting edge, and this is this is principal cutting edge, and this is auxiliary cutting edge or side cutting edge, and this is the direction of the feed. So see phi, that is the principal cutting edge angle. Now this phi will be equal here. So now let's see the definition. So what is width of uncut chip, or it is denoted by width of uncut chip, it is denoted by B. Sorry, it is denoted by B. Now width of uncut chip can be given as it is the distance between machine surface, and work surface. It is the distance between machine surface and work surface that is measured in the direction of cutting edge. So what is uncut width of the uncut chip? That is the distance between the machine surface and work surface measured in the direction of cutting edge. So that means this distance, machine surface to work surface, this distance AB is our width of uncut chip. This is our width of the uncut chip, that is denoted by B. Now to determine B, let us assume this circle. Let us assume this triangle AB. This triangle, we are assuming this triangle. Now if we zoom into this triangle, we can see this picture, and in this picture this is BC, this is our perpendicular, and this is sigma. This is cutting edge angle or sigma. Now this cutting edge angle will be 90 degree in case of what? In case of orthogonal cutting. So that would give us B is equal to T, or, and if that is so first we will know about what is the distance AB. That would be is equal to AB, or and the distance AB is our width of the uncut chip, that is B. So AB will be find out from the Pythagoras theorem, or from the from the trigonometry, that is BC, this is perpendicular by hypotenuse, BC by AB is equal to our sin B, sin phi, and now AB will be is equal to T by sin phi. So if BC is equal to depth of cut, this BC is equal to nothing but depth of cut, means in this side that is depth of cut, and BC is depth of cut, and our B is equal to, so our B will be is equal to T by sin phi. Now if sin phi is phi is 90 degree, then sin phi is 1, so B will be is equal to T. Now we will see about uncut chip thickness. What is uncut chip thickness? Uncut chip thickness is defined as the distance between two consecutive positions. It is defined as the distance between two consecutive positions on the cutting edge, measured in the direction perpendicular to the cutting edge itself. That means, see here, if the S feed is given, if S this much feed is given, so the point A will move to point C, and the distance between at that time this point D will move to this point D. So the distance that is covered by C to D, this distance will be, this perpendicular distance CD will be is equal to our uncut chip thickness. It is defined as the distance between two consecutive position on the cutting edge. See, this is one position and this is another position. These two consecutive position, distance between consecutive position measured in the direction which is perpendicular to the cutting edge, that is known as our uh, uh, uncut chip thickness, and this is the chip thickness which may be formed in case of machining. So chip thickness, this uncut chip thickness, uncut chip thickness value will be given as T1, and that T1 is written, and this T1 is given by S sin phi, and this S sin phi is if phi is 90 degree, that means for in the case of orthogonal cutting, T1 will be is equal to S, that is our feed. So that's it for uncut chip thickness. Now this is uncut chip thickness. So now we will see about shear plane, and in that shear plane, in that calculation or determination of the shear plane, we will see about chip thickness ratio. So what is shear plane? So shear plane is the plane of the primary deformation. In the case where I am describing for you about in the last lecture, when I have described to you about our machine tool deformation, means mechanism of the metal cutting. In that, what I have said, at first by due to shear, a shear plane will form, a deformation zone or primary deformation zone is formed. So that plane of primary deformation zone is known as shear plane. The plane of primary deformation zone is known as shear plane. Now the angle that shear plane makes with the horizontal is called shear plane angle. Here in this picture, see, AB is the shear plane and this theta is the shear plane angle, where T1, here you can see that T1 is uncut chip thickness and T2 is the chip thickness that comes out of the chip. Alpha 0, this alpha 0 is the orthogonal rake angle. Why orthogonal rake angle is chosen? Because in case of our metal cutting analysis, orthogonal system has been used. Why orthogonal system is used? In orthogonal system, we assume first that cutting condition is in completely orthogonal. By that, we can ease the analysis. So here also alpha is the orthogonal rake system or orthogonal rake angle. Next, T1 is the uncut chip thickness, which may be is equal to S sin phi for turning, and T1 is equal to depth of cut in case of what? In case of shaping or slotting. When we will be studying shaping and slotting, at that time you may understand this more betterly. Now T2 is the chip thickness in cutting and theta is the shear plane angle. By keeping this in mind, let's proceed to, so if T1 is uncut chip thickness and T2 is the chip thickness after T2 is the chip thickness. Now chip thickness ratio can be given by R is equal to T1 by T2, and R is always greater than 1. That means T2 is always greater than T1. T2 is always greater than T1. So it is mainly due to permanent deformation. It is mainly due to permanent deformation, and K is the chip reduction coefficient, that is 1 by R. So volume of the chip before and after cut will be equal because the volume cannot be changed. So if the volume of the chip be equal, then T1, that is thickness of uncut chip thickness, B1, that is uncut chip width, and L1 length will be is equal to T2, B2 and L2. So in case of orthogonal cutting, we can write B1 is equal to B2, means the width of the chip will be equal before and after cutting. So R can be given by T1 by T2 is equal to L2 by L1. Now for maximum chip strength, that is R is equal to 1, from this triangle we can write AC by AB is equal to sin theta. That would give us AB is equal to, this AC is nothing but T1, this T1 value, this AC value is this is AC is the T1. So we can write AB is equal to T1 by sin theta, and from this picture can be drawn. This is perpendicular, this is at an angle, and this is D. This angle will be 90 minus this is 90, and this angle is alpha. That means this angle will be 90 minus theta plus alpha, that is equal to 90 minus theta minus alpha 0. So from this AD by AB is equal to sin 90 minus theta plus alpha 0, that would give us T2 by AB cos theta minus alpha 0, that is equal to AB is equal to T2 by cos theta minus alpha 0. So if we equate these two value, then we can get T1 by sin theta is equal to T2 by cos theta minus alpha 0. So T1 by T2 is equal to sin theta by cos theta minus alpha 0. By simplifying this, we can get R is equal to this T2 by T1 is equal to R is equal to sin theta cos theta minus alpha 0. By simplifying this, we can get tan theta is equal to R cos alpha 0 1 minus r sin alpha 0. That value, this value is known as this theta is known as shear plane angle. So tan inverse value of this, tan inverse of r cos alpha 0 by 1 minus r sin alpha 0 would give us what? That would give us the value of the shear plane angle. Now for minimum chip strain, in case of orthogonal cutting operation, theta will be r will be 0 and alpha 0 is also 0, alpha naught is also 0. So shear angle will be, in that case shear angle will be the shear angle will be 45 degree. So that is it about determination of the shear angle. Now we will see about the velocity. So in case of cutting, or in case of metal cutting, there are three type of velocities. First, there is cutting velocity, or that is written as V, capital V. There is chip velocity, that is V suffix C, and there is shear velocity, that is V suffix S. The definition of these three velocities are given as: first, the cutting velocity, which is defined as the velocity of the tool relative to the workpiece and directed along the machine surface. So when the velocity of the tool is defined as the cutting velocity is defined as the velocity of the tool relative to workpiece. So it is the velocity between tool and workpiece, and it is directed in the along the machine surface. So that is cutting velocity. Now in case of chip velocity, we see that chip velocity is defined as the velocity of the chip relative to the tool and directed along the tool face. Means the chip velocity is the velocity of the chip flow. Those chips which are formed during machining, those flow above the rake face of the tool, and this chip flow, the velocity of this chip flow is given by your chip velocity, that is Vc. So Vc is the velocity of the chip relative to the tool and directed along the tool face. It is the velocity of the velocity of the chip relative to the tool, and it is directed along the tool face. Next, shear velocity. Shear velocity is defined as the velocity of the chip relative to the workpiece, and which is directed along the shear plane. So shear velocity is the velocity of the chip that is relative to the workpiece. So it is the velocity of the chip relative to the workpiece. That means it is the velocity of the chip which is leaving from the workpiece. That velocity is known as shear velocity, and it is directed along the shear plane. So see here, in the direction of machine surface, what cutting speed or cutting velocity is there? Here along the shear plane, shear velocity is there, and along the tool face, your chip velocity is there. Now these three velocities can be decided if we consider these three velocities as three big vector which are in equilibrium, and under that equilibrium condition, what happens? These three vectors results a formation of closed triangle. So under the equilibrium condition, they can result in formation of a closed triangle, and by that closed triangle we can say that the cutting condition are in complete equilibrium condition, where we can get a equilibrium velocity triangle. That velocity triangle is shown here as the triangle PQR. Here see, this in this direction, that is in this direction, this is cutting velocity, and in this direction the chip velocity will be there, and this is the direction of the shear velocity. This is the direction of the shear velocity. Now what we will do, we will determine the different velocities. Now we know the cutting velocity can be given from the machine or spindle RPM, that is given by V is equal to pi dn. And for determining VC and VS, we construct two lines, two perpendiculars. First one is RM, which is perpendicular to PQ, and second one is PT, which is perpendicular to RQ. Now from that, after doing that, for determination of VC, this VC, when we have to determine VC, then we have to determine the value of PQ. This value of PQ we need to determine. So for that, first we choose this triangle. Choose this triangle, and in this triangle, what is happening? See here very carefully. This is 90 degree. This is 90 degree. Then PT will is equal to PT will be PQ. PT will be PQ sin theta minus alpha 0, PQ sin theta minus alpha 0. Now if PT is equal to PQ sin theta minus alpha 0, that is sin theta minus alpha 0, that is equal to VC cos theta minus alpha 0. And in second triangle, in this triangle, from this triangle we can say that PT is equal to V sin theta. PT is equal to V sin theta. That PT is equal to V sin theta, that we can say. So from this we can write that VC is equal to V sin theta by cos theta minus alpha 0. And in case of VS, we can similarly can find out VS is equal to V cos theta minus alpha 0. That we will be, so we can conclude that the velocity relationship can be given by this formula, So this formula is known as velocity ratio formula or velocity formula, and this is the relationship between three different velocities that is involved in machining. So thank you for today. In the next lecture we will be studying about the force that are applied in case of machining. So thank you for listening. If you have any problem, you may ask in the live class. Thank you.